Well, for several years, we've been trying to create relationships with Clemson, and for the last 2 years, we've had the Palmetto Series, which is a food and funds drive between University of South Carolina and Clemson, and that's happened the last 2 years. Last year really just busted out. I mean, it was a great success. Our food bank also writes a grant for the Sweeney Foundation, and we were so grateful to be able to receive $10,000 from the foundation last year. And also, I'll just say, because of Coach Sweeney's passion for this kind of work, there was also a really nice donation to the Palmetto Series that went directly to Golden Harvest. So we're beginning to have a relationship, and I believe that the team wanted to do something different this year. And so I believe Savannah reached out to us, and we began to dream. And they gave us the goals of what they wanted to do. They wanted to give their students something that really made an impact in the community, that we really needed them for. And we had just the right thing. So we worked with them and crafted essentially a volunteer experience, an impact moment that we're having today inside of this room. And it was a logistical great challenge for our food bank, because we brought a 53-footer, another 28-footer, I think a 26-footer, and a 6-pallet truck, so 4 trucks. And you can see that 21 of our 45 staff at Golden Harvest put our all in this. It took operations, development, our team that are young. I've got some awesome young team members, you saw that, and I just stepped out of the way. So, sometimes there was a challenge like, can we do this? Can we do this? Because it got to be a large logistical thing. And I said, we can do it together, and we can do it with the team. So in the end, it has turned out to be one of the most fabulous volunteer experiences we've ever had. We do this kind of thing as a food bank every weekend. We do 165 mobiles. That's where our food goes out into rural counties with about 7,000 or 8,000 pounds of food. We do this, but to do it with the Clemson football team and to have this impact on these students and for them to learn something, just a nugget about hunger and maybe the need in this area, that's what excites us, because we're not only about impacting the lives that we're feeding, but we want to impact the lives of the students that are here on the football team. Wow.
You're based in Augusta, but you said you had a distribution center in Anderson, and these packages will be distributed to some upstate counties. Right?
All of these backpacks that are happening here today, hopefully, we will be able to put together 7,000 backpacks, and those will go right into our warehouse that will be distributed in like Pickens and Oconee counties that we already serve. But this is helping put the bags together and having it ready for them. And then you'll see outside, we work with the Little John Community Center right here in Clemson. Adrienne Garner is their executive director. God just put me together with her, and she is boots on the ground right here in Clemson, because of course we couldn't just say, hey everybody, we're going to feed people today, show up. We couldn't do that. So we strategically reached out to people in need, and the Little John Community Center and Adrienne, they know those that are in need. We gave them vouchers, we know who they are, and reminded them to be here today. So partnerships, that's what we're all about.
So the food boxes will be distributed today?
Today, right now. What's happening is those food boxes are going onto the pallets that we see there, and the gentleman there with the pallet jack is taking them out, and that line is all the way to the gate right now.
Do you know how many you're planning to?
300 vouchers. We gave out 300 vouchers and 20 vouchers to one of the disability agencies here in town. I don't know the name, but they're going to come in a van, and we made some special boxes for them.
So these are local families?
They're local families. Yep.
And what is the need that this particularly serves? Can you talk a little bit about hunger and the importance of serving that?
Well, you know, in America there are 41 food insecure. That is kind of the catchphrase, the buzzword for hunger and Feed in America. Our food bank is one of the 200 Feed in America food banks in the country. Our food bank covers 14,000 square miles. And of course, we have our hunger issue in our 30 counties. But the overall need for the entire country is 41 million food insecure people a day. So every food bank, the 200 food banks, are working within their region and with churches and the agencies and community centers that actually are the hands and feet. They get the food from us. We do have our 43,000 square foot facility is in Augusta. That's our hub. Our Aiken facility is 16,000 square feet and has staff there. And then we have about 15,000 square feet up here on Alliance Parkway in Anderson. And we do the same thing in all locations. We distribute 17.4 million pounds of food. That's about over 15 million meals a year. And in South Carolina alone, we distribute 50% of that 17 million in South Carolina. So we distribute more in the 11 counties than we do in the 19 put together. So yeah, the need is great in South Carolina. There's a place where you can go online called Map the Meal Gap. You can just Google that, Map the Meal Gap. And an entire United States map will come up, and it's Food Feeding America. And it will show you the poverty statistics for every county in America. You can click on the orange dot over Golden Harvest, and it'll highlight our 30 counties. And then you can click on the county, and it'll highlight the hunger statistics in that county. I mean, it's very detailed. It's not just feeding people willy-nilly. There is a big plan.
How gratifying is it to see the student athletes out here that you kind of see on Saturdays, but now they're in this role of kind of giving back?
It's life-changing for us. I mean, to see, we worked for months to create this logistical piece for Clemson University for the hungry and for these students. Two reasons, really. Because we know this is a great education piece and pouring into them and could change their life today. It's certainly going to change each individual person that walk through that door and those children that get one of those backpacks on that weekend where many of them do not know where the food for the weekend is going to come from.